All right, y'all. Welcome to Big Game Breakdowns. You know, this one kind of a little, I ain't gonna say emotional for me, but it's one of them, dang, I hate to see it. Today we gonna talk about the rise and fall of Lil Durk. For those who barely remember, back in the gap, man, Lil Durk been rapping since 2010, 2011. Earliest Lil Durk songs I heard was 2010, 2011. And then his breakout song that really put him on the map was L's Up for Them Hitters.
L's up for them hitters. Throw the L's up for them hitters.
L's Up for Them Hitters. That was his major breakout song. Then, you know what I'm saying, he was around, he had Signed to the Streets, that project. Then, you know, he was around that whole, he was a part of that whole GBE, Glory Boy 300 OTF movement, that whole Lamron movement. He was one of the faces, the forefronts. He was in with Lil Reese, Lil Durk, Lil Reese, 600, Breezy. He started rapping after a little later, but that whole, what I consider first generation of drill superstars, Durk was one of the spearheaded members, I would say. One of the founding fathers, if we can say that much. Man, I'll say this. Durk from 72nd and Halstead. Like, that's his neighborhood he from. He's moved all over Inglewood. He's been in various places. He's been in O Block. He's been everywhere, bro. Durk done been on everybody hood. From 600 hood to THF, he done been around everybody, bro. Everybody love Durk. He's alive with so many sets, and for the most part, man, 2012, 2013, him and Lil Reese, they signed a deal with Def Jam, which of course, under normal circumstances, would change anybody's life. And at the time, No ID, I don't know if y'all know who No ID, he was I think, executive vice president of A&R. And No ID is the guy that taught Kanye West how to make beats. But he's also from Chicago. A lot of people don't know who he is. Shout out to No ID. He did Jay-Z whole 444 album. A lot of people don't know he did that album for Jay-Z. And that was kind of like a slight more, not towards Kanye from Hove, but the whole album was produced by No ID. Because Jay and Kanye have been at odds. I won't say Jay has been at odds with Kanye. Kanye has been more so at odds with Hove. So that's why he couldn't get Kanye for the 444 album. That album is executive produced by No ID all the way through. Because to this day, I've always said, Watch the Throne is great, but we needed, and to this day, Hove, if you listening, Ye, if you listening, I need y'all to come out with one album. Just all your beats and all Hove lyrics, not you rapping with them. Okay, back to Durk. So he was signed to Def Jam. Of course, you know, Def Jam being Universal, they had Reese and they had Durk. Now, I love Def Jam, love the history, the nostalgia, but they got it wrong with them the first time. They tried to market Durk as Durk and Days, Beyonce, which, I mean, it worked. It got him in the dough. It brought him to public knowledge. It gave him notoriety on the national level, and then it was able to get people to look into his back catalog and see what he was about. But Def Jam got that one wrong. Needless to say, I've always said that Def Jam got that one wrong. Def Jam didn't know what to do or how to market Durk or what to market Durk has, and they ended up dropping the ball on him. His first, Remember My Name, his first album didn't sell too well. I mean, it just put him in the door. Remember My Name was a good album. It was a great album. It was sonically produced, everything. It had features. It did what it was supposed to do, but it didn't solidify him as a power yet. So he on Def Jam. He doing the Def Jam thing. Reese doing Def Jam. Reese get dropped quick. Like, I think he did like maybe right after the little situation with the female, he gets dropped. So it's Durk over there by himself. And of course, he making his rounds through the industry. Like, I would consider the industry chitlin circuit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you on the cusp of blowing, it's that little median area where you going from state to state, you meeting different rappers, you meeting different artists. So he goes through that stage from about 2013 where he around French Montana, he meeting other rappers, he around other people. Signed to the Streets 2 put him back on the map. Signed to the Streets 2 put him back on the map. Love Songs from the Streets, he became more of a mixtape, my mixtape niche rapper. Like, we was with Durk. Like we with Durk on that album. I want to say around 2017, 2018, Durk is right there on the cusp of superstardom because he's gained more notoriety, and of course this around the time Von come home, 2018, 2019. This around the time Von come home, his protege coming home. He is more so focused on the label side of things, so he's signing. At that time, he was signing, trying to sign artists. He actually signed an artist from my hood, OTF Timo. They fell out or whatever the case was. Shout out to my nigga Timo Bands. That's folks from the hood. I don't care how they fell out. They're still my nigga. So I'm going to ride with him regardless. I was 20-year nigga. Watch this little nigga grow up. You feel me? So that's just what that is. So basically, Durk, because the street, I can talk the street all day. We all know he from Lamron. We know he from Lamron. We know he rock with Tay-Town. We know let's get this understood. He was never from O Block. He always had love in O Block because of the people he affiliated with. So we gotta stop saying that. He's not from O Block. He was never O Block. He was just affiliated. His homeboys was from over there. He was allied with them. He not they big homie. He not they big dog or none of that. We gotta take that myth out of there. He's got his own. He was never the big homie of O Block. He one of the big homies from Lamron. He's not the main big homie over there, bro. It's more other characters and people that's behind the scenes. They got more pull and more weight than Durk. And I'm just gonna keep it a bean. Like Von had more weight than Durk in the streets, and that's just being real. He had more respect. Niggas been trying to get him to squash the beef with Durk. Now let's get this understood right here. Let's go here. The beef with 63rd, and all this comes from mutual friends being killed and homies dying. Durk, this is where it gets tricky at because it's not saying that Durk never did nothing, but it's explaining that Durk really never did nothing. The beefs he had with was based off of him being alive with people. And then it became direct when the beef with Lamron got intense and niggas started dying and but in the beginning, his ops was Brick Squad. His ops was Lil JoJo. Lamron them was beefing with JoJo and them. They was beefing with Swag Capone and them. That's who Lamron ops was originally. They wasn't even in tour with 63rd. They had no reason to be in tour with 63rd at the time. They was actually contemporaries. They was seeing each other. They was seeing them on St. Lawrence down the street. They was contemporaries. They had to pass them to go to 600 in O Block. They didn't have no problem at first. But of course, things get weird. Niggas on different sides get passed. And if my hood clicked up with your hood in Chicago, it's always been like this. It's still like this. Your beef, my beef. If you got like 3 or 4 of my cousins that stay in your hood, and we've been knowing each other since we was kids, and we live right around the corner, or whatever the case is, we ride with each other. That's why the thing with FYBJ Maine is a sticky situation for a lot of people, because y'all gotta understand who his cousin is. Reese is his cousin. His daddy was one of the top BDs from the Met building. He was born like, I don't know how I go in other places, but in Chicago, you can be born into royalty, into street royalty, bro. Like, you might be but your daddy might, or your grown uncles and brothers might be the hardest niggas. That might be your past. You feel me? That's why when, okay, he this, he that, I'm like, yeah, but he ain't come from no slouch. He don't come from no slouch makeup. He ain't gotta be no killer, but he ain't no slouch. So Durk got that mantle as well. Like, he come from royalty. His daddy, there you go. So, but Durk has always been close to this. To this day, man, I say this. When it comes to Chicago, I've always said this. If Chicago can't get it done themselves, we around about 100 that's gonna get it done. For sure, for sure. That's why it's not far-fetched, the whole case of Durk having these shooters around him and all this and that. That's usually about right. If we ain't doing it, we got niggas around us that's killers. That's usually how I go for being from Chicago. I done seen it my whole life. I done been a part of it. I done seen it. This might not be the nigga that's the toughest nigga that can put the work in, but he got about 4 or 5 niggas with him that's gonna down some for him and that's gonna live and die with him, because it's a different type of brotherhood. So Durk come from that. To understand that, you gotta understand that. So the beef with Durk intensifies. Of course, he rocking with O Block. He at this point he got homies. He knew Odie. He knew these guys. Durk knew these guys. So it's intensifying. The beef intensifies. Now his body's being dropped from all sides. It's intensifying. 2012, 13, 14, 15. They into it. They homies dying from their hoods. It's insane. So who the dude that come up? You got Durk from the Wells Projects. He moved, they family moved to 30, I mean, they moved to 63rd, whatever the case is. Durk was just, I've always said this, for every hard nigga, there's a Beta Nor. For Chief Keef, it was Lil JoJo. For Durk, it was, for Durk and Von, and for Durk, it was Durk. It was Durk. Durk and Durk. It was that was it. And for Von, it was supposed to be Lil B. I don't know if niggas know who Lil B is, but go do your homework. It was a lot of niggas from 63rd that was putting belt. So I hate to be the guy that really, I gotta tell the truth. Like, them niggas gave as good as they got too. Like, Durk and them lost a lot of people. Like, 63rd wasn't just getting punched on and whooped on and shot and wasn't just going on. Nah, niggas was dying. Them niggas was getting popped too. They lost homies too. They lost casualty too, from 600 to 300. So basically, that's where it come from. So it was they gave as good as they got. But here's the thing: Durk was already excuse me, Lil J was around. So that was who one of his main beefs was too. Lil J, he was into it with Lil J a lot. So you got these dudes that have already had childhood beef issues, street beef issues. It just so happened Durk get to the industry faster because of the connections, the name. I don't care what nobody say. Even when Chief Keef stopped messing with the BDs or stopped messing with all of them as a group, his name was attached to them. They already were what they were. And then at that point, I don't know if niggas know this, bro, Chief Keef got a mixture of niggas around him from all the hoods. Ball Out is from O Block. Tato is from another hood. Fredo Santana was from Front Street. Tato from Blackgate. He started off in Westward, moved to Blackgate. These are different. Like he got nigga. What's his name? 600 Breezy brother. R.I.P. I forgot his name, man. Moo. I forgot what. It's not Moo. Boss Money, Boss Moo. Moo, man. He was from 600. So it was different niggas around Chief Keef that was literally from just different hoods. He had niggas from Lamron, nigga. Fat Boy Chubbs from Lamron. Them niggas used to fly out there and go see him. Reese still rocked with him from Lamron. That's his boy. Lil Reese's cousin. So he was with him. It just the year Sosa One coming to Chicago, it was just that it wasn't no reason. But Durk rising, Durk coming up, Durk said the Def Jam deal. I want to say about time Signed to the Streets the one with the blue cover, the album with the blue cover, he's on his way back to Superstar. He kicking it with Lil Baby. These ain't no gas jeans. He doing a song with Polo. He done signed a new deal with Alamo through Sony. He got a new deal, and now you get the Durk where he fully coming out with Hellcats and all that. He dropping his songs. Now, here comes the rise of Von. Him and Von, they making their rounds. He done moved out of Chicago now. He in Atlanta. That helped a lot. That helped solidify his relationship with a lot of that, and I'll get into that later. But that solidified his relationship with a lot of, because I don't know if niggas understand, Atlanta is a hub where gangsters meet. Like, that's where niggas coalesce, because everybody trying to get away from the inner city and change their life. So they go to Atlanta and meet more treacherous. I don't understand it, but it's there. But everybody, it's like Houston. Meet up and coalesce in Houston. Meet up and coalesce in Las Vegas. Niggas get up and coalesce in Cali. Anywhere but where the fuck they from. So he's building these relationships. Von out there in Atlanta with him. Of course, you got Von in Atlanta. Von out there in Atlanta, they catch the charge with the shooting. Where the nigga die. That's a whole different subject matter at hand, but you get where I'm going. So around this time, Durk is evolving as a CEO, but he's still dibbling, dabbling in the streets. By the time we get to where we are now, Durk, everything treacherous has happened. I don't want to fast forward or skip nothing, but everything is common knowledge already. By the time we get to where we are now, NBA Youngboy and Durk were contemporaries. Von loved NBA Youngboy, and NBA Youngboy liked him. Quado Rondo and King Von was okay at one point.
Come on, right now. Tee up.
63rd.
That's how we coming. I'm pulling
You
up.
know, we on 64.
We got most of this.
Hey, we on 64 with this.
I don't get your man, your teeth shining like a on this bitch. Hold on, get your teeth in that bitch. Damn!
Y'all niggas
Oh.
steal some shit from me. Y'all 64. Y'all stealing ass niggas. Y'all niggas steal some shit. I'm saying though, they got 63rd niggas some dirty niggas, man. Y'all niggas talking about I'm talking about hey, listen though, man, the nigga on 64, but y'all 63rd niggas over there smoking crack.
So it just got convoluted at some point. And of course, rap beef is the greatest beef ever because niggas can fight over just a tweet. Niggas crash out. Niggas will lose their whole career and crash out over a tweet. Like, or a female, a groupie that 3 other done. So the Slims is picking with rap beef. Like, you could get into rap beef for just about anything. So that's what happened with that. We get to where we are now where clearly Durk is in the feds, Von is dead, Reese is in jail. Majority of everybody he ran with or came up with dead in jail. He's in jail himself. His father tried to come home and give him guidance that he needed, but I think it was already too late at that point. I think when the ball and the momentum going so fast on beef, or when you getting money, you making your rounds, and you in this industry, you ain't got no time to really stop, reflect, and be like, wait a minute. Let me really ask myself, are these the problems I want? Is this the beef I want? Do I really want to get into it with niggas? Do I really want to be watching over my shoulder? Do I really got to keep making music content that I know can be considered as violent or inciting more issues with the ops or whatever? And sadly for Durk, that's what he had to do. I mean, man, y'all listen to the songs. I can say it without saying, y'all hear the music. It's there, man. He been dropping it. We can't look at this and be like, man, Durk didn't do, man, it's all there, bro. Like, we said that, man, like, I don't say we, it's low-key y'all fault too, man, the fans, because at the end of the day, man, y'all can't make nobody do nothing, but I think it was so much pressure on him to slide for this nigga that it was no point. And it's another take I've gotten on this. By Von being so cool with them niggas, and OTF Diddy and Von was like this, you know what I'm saying? So that was gonna come anyway. Now this is why I think Durk can beat the case. And I will say this to agree to one point, and I hope everybody watching this. I'm gonna give y'all 2 points. If Von's name held more weight than Durk, what make you think the killers after Von left was really gonna sit with the fact of Durk not doing anything about Von's death? You get what I'm saying? Right, like that was like an older. One of my OG partners told me. He was like, man, nigga come out here, man. Shout out to my nigga Deontay, man. Real clean Texas nigga. Y'all know what it is. Still will. What's up? But my nigga Tay got me right today. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's what it is. Like, what would you expect? If the killers around him didn't really, the nigga that they listened to was gone, that was gonna happen anyway. That was gonna happen anyway. That was gonna go down anyway, whether Durk said yes or no. And it took for me to realize that. That's why you probably got, don't put my name on. Don't say I did. Don't attach me to nothing. They can use the credit cards. They OTF. We didn't get the rest of the transcripts. Who's to say, like, nigga, them credit cards is the company cards that he gave to his artists. Y'all need food, y'all need money, hit these credit cards, hit these debit cards. We pay the bills every month. It ain't a lot of bread on that folks. Your limit like 2-3 bands, you feel me? But I know labels that do that in real life. I know labels that do that. They have credit cards for their artists. This got this much on their month. Run it up. We pay the bills anyway. This like when they're artist development. One of the labels I worked at, nigga, they literally like give you $1,500 for every. They give you $1,500 credit cards just to eat, live, and all the other. Even if you just got advance money or whatever, just why pay for that? if you got this, gas, whatever. Some do up to 5, some do up to 20,000. I've seen some labels, they artists got 20,000 cars, and that's okay because they want them to keep the lifestyle that they got going. So that's normal. So with Durk, that's the possibility. If his lawyer put it right and do it, that's the loophole he got. How the f was I supposed? I can't control a bunch of killers. I can't tell a bunch of killers what to do and what not to, but here's the thing. Will the lyrics bite them in the ass? Well, you got songs. I got killers flying in. Ooh. If you gonna slide, nigga, slide, then you got lyrics. You talking about it too much. Even if you wasn't talking about it, you talking about it too much. So, there we go. Now Durk where he at. The last man standing out of this really technically is Quando Rondo. And look at the approach he had to put on it. Like, nigga, I can hate you niggas or lose my life. And to be honest with you, bro, I'm tired of losing. I still got this music. I still got a voice. I still got people that love me. I got a little money. I ain't broke. I already lost enough. I lost my cousin to this. I just beat a federal case. He ain't beat a federal case, but he like on probation or something. He on probation or something, or like low probation or something. I got a second chance at life, bro. Quando Rondo probably is the one that's probably like scared straight. Like, bro, I'm still me, but I don't want no beef, no smoke with nobody. I don't want no problems with nothing nowhere. I don't want nobody to do nothing to me because I done lost everything. My homeboy in jail doing damn near, he finna do it about 10, 15 years. The niggas I was beefing with dead or in jail. I lost my cousin. What do we gain out of all this? Nothing. Hell nah. So Quando Rondo probably the last man standing that's probably like, nah, I'm cool. I don't even want to gloat and make it seem like it's something that he notice he ain't talking none of that. If anything, he been talking, I forgive niggas, bro, because I don't want jail. He says I don't want jail or I don't want woo. I really honestly forgive these niggas, bro, because we was all lost. We was lost, bro, and it's crazy that a kid got to go through all that and lose. I want everybody to look at the bigger picture, what I'm saying before I get off here. Look at Lil Durk. We watched this nigga go from dreads, cut his hair, back to dreads again. We watched this nigga rise. We watched this nigga we've been watching Lil Durk the last 10 years, 10, 15 years minimum of his life. Grow up in front of the camera, grow up in media, to watch these kids, all these kids either dead or in jail doing lengthy sentences. And we ain't talking about state, we talking about federal. Young boy is in the feds. He in federal penitentiary. Durk is in the federal holding cell. He's in federal holding right now. And they trying to, and they fighting for the case. Man, Chicago, and I swear to God, Cali bad. Cali awful. But they trying to fight the case that the federal bureau in the Midwest, federals is trying to take it for Chicago. If Chicago get that case, he's getting life. If the Chicago Federal Bureau get that, it's over with. If the Chicago-based MCC and all that if they get Durk, the Midwestern Division, if they get him and they get the case, it's over with. It is over with. They are going to hang him. Cali, he might get a little leniency. He might be able to wiggle his way out of there. He go to Chicago, they will find a way to convict him. They got to make an example out of him. The Chicago magistrate and federal prosecution are begging California to give us the case. They address records, they still home, because this is how they get you. Your home address record. We don't give a where you sent, where your residence, where you from. His last known address is in Chicago. All them niggas is from Chicago. The niggas that committed the murders flew from Chicago. If they get that, it's over with. And they finna probably let Larry Hoover go. They need the new generation of gang members to come. Hey man, it's your boy Big Gang. You tapping into Pop Austin Media. You like that content? Man, hit that like, subscribe button and get in tune for sure.